Commander Vex of the Galactic Coalition watched with growing unease as the human delegation approached the negotiation chamber. The humans moved with an unsettling confidence, their bodies built on a planet with crushing gravity and hostile conditions that would kill most sentient species in minutes. Remember, Vex whispered to his warriors, these creatures evolved on a death world. They are unpredictable but bound by diplomatic protocol. The 7-foot-tall alien adjusted his ceremonial armor, trying to project strength before the strange creatures that had recently joined the coalition. The humans were shorter but walked with an unmistakable power that belied their size. Captain Jack Miller led the human delegation. As Earth's representative, he understood the importance of appearing non-threatening. The coalition had only recently discovered humanity, and rumors about Earth being classified as an extreme death world had spread quickly through galactic society. Captain Miller, Commander Vex greeted with a respectful bow. We welcome you to discuss the Joint Defense Initiative. Jack nodded. Thank you for hosting us. We've brought some demonstration materials. The human delegation placed several containers on the central table. One of the junior coalition warriors, Officer Traal, moved closer out of curiosity. Before we begin, Jack said, we thought it might be helpful to demonstrate some basic tools our soldiers use in field operations. Nothing special, just standard equipment. Commander Vex nodded, eager to understand what technological wonders these Death Worlders might possess. The Coalition's scientific division had been analyzing human biology for months, amazed at their resilience to toxins, radiation, and physical trauma. Jack opened the first container, revealing what appeared to be a simple handheld tool with a handle and serrated edge. This is what we call a survival knife, Jack explained casually. Most of our people carry something similar for camping trips or outdoor activities. Officer Traal stepped back involuntarily. That is a weapon, surely. Jack looked confused. It's primarily a tool. We use it to cut cord, prepare food, build shelters. Children learn to use these around age 10. A murmur rippled through the coalition delegation. Commander Vex struggled to maintain his composure. You give cutting implements to your young, he asked. With supervision, of course, Jack replied. It's important they learn basic survival skills early. Jack continued through the containers, displaying items the humans considered mundane. A hatchet for cutting wood, a flint fire starter to create controlled fire in the wilderness, and a multi-tool with various attachments. With each revelation, the coalition warriors grew more disturbed, creating fire at will, carrying bladed implements as tools, teaching young to manipulate such dangerous items. These were concepts alien to species that had evolved on gentler worlds. When Jack pulled out climbing equipment with metal spikes and explained how humans scaled vertical rock faces for recreation, Officer Traal actually took several steps back. You climb death-height cliffs for enjoyment? Commander Vex asked, mandibles twitching nervously. Some do, yes. It's a popular sport, Jack explained, noticing the growing discomfort. Is everything all right? Commander Vex composed himself. Please continue. The final container held first aid supplies. Jack demonstrated a simple suture kit. In emergency situations, we can perform basic medical procedures on ourselves or others, he explained. Most adult humans know how to clean wounds, apply pressure to stop bleeding, and even stitch injuries if necessary. This was too much for the younger warriors, who froze completely. Even Commander Vex appeared shaken. You puncture your own flesh with threaded needles? He managed. Jack nodded slowly, finally understanding their reaction. When necessary, yes. Our bodies can heal from significant trauma with proper care. The meeting chamber fell silent. Commander Vex conferred quietly with his senior officers before turning back to the human delegation. Captain Miller, we now understand why Earth is classified as a Class 12 death world. Your species has evolved extraordinary capabilities and a relationship with pain and danger that is unusual. What you consider basic tools, we see as implements of warfare and self-harm. Jack considered this perspective. Commander, humans don't see ourselves as particularly tough. We've simply adapted to our environment. These tools help us survive and thrive. Commander Vex's posture shifted subtly, a sign of deep respect in his culture. The Coalition has reconsidered our position on the Joint Defense Initiative. We believe humanity would be better positioned as tactical advisors rather than standard coalition forces. Jack understood the implied promotion. We would be honored. As the meeting concluded, Officer Traal approached Jack cautiously. Is it true that human children play in microbe-infested soil and climb tall structures as recreation? Jack smiled. Absolutely. We call it a playground. Officer Traal's compound eyes widened. Death Worlders are truly remarkable. That evening, as the human delegation returned to their quarters, Jack's second-in-command, Lieutenant Tom Reed, chuckled. They nearly fainted when you mentioned survival knives. Imagine if you told them about our extreme sports or cooking shows. Jack nodded thoughtfully. What's normal for us is terrifying for them. But that works both ways. Their ability to sense electromagnetic fields and communicate telepathically would completely change human society. Different worlds, different adaptations, Tom agreed. Exactly, Jack said. And that's why this alliance matters. We each bring perspectives the other can't imagine. They see our basic tools and survival skills as extraordinary, while we marvel at their technological advancements. Commander Vex watched the humans from across the chamber. These strange creatures from a hostile world had much to teach the Coalition about resilience and adaptability. And perhaps, despite their terrifying tools and practices, they had something even more valuable to offer, a new perspective on what it meant to overcome challenges. The Death Worlders had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same.